Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello. Boom. Sepatutnya. Shouldn't we be speaking in English right now? Sorry, pardon me. So, our live stream since a few weeks ago will be in English as a preparation for me to go international, so you will need to help me make my English good. So all the question, if you can give it in English, would be better. But if you can, but if you have any question in Malay, I can translate it by explain in English. Waalaikumsalam and peace to all that are giving peace. Teacher, I do have a question. Can you motivate someone to be more successful? As someone that already successful to become a more successful, I'm still I'm still struggling with that. But if you are still struggling and did not succeed in anything yet, or you are still in a like a progress toward the success, then the only motivation that you need is why you need to stop. You just need to move forward. But after you have reached the destination, it will be a different thing. For me, when I was struggling before to reach my goal, my motivation is I will not stop until I reach my goal or I get the things that I want. And I overperform more than I expected. And soon after that, I have lost the motivation for me to keep on going, to be more successful than I already had. So for that part, I am still struggling. But if you are still in the process of success, you still did not reach your destination or did not achieve your goal yet, why would you stop? Because if you stop, then all the things that people said about you might be true. The things that people say that you will not succeed and something like that. But we will not say something like that because that sounds very Asian. So do you have any question regarding training? You can ask in the comment section. Currently I am waiting for my Microsoft whiteboard to do its thing. So please be patient. Oh, so the glass breaking sound is too loud. Maybe I need to adjust a little bit. Sorry. Why you delete all your video? It's because of a new term or regulation in my country. Being a Malaysian, I need to follow my country guideline. So even though I am providing my service or my consultation like this YouTube live stream to all traders worldwide, but being a Malaysian, I still need to follow the guideline that had been sent out by the government. So there's a lot of things that in my video does not comply with the new guideline from the Malaysia Security Commission. So I need to remove that video, and maybe I will make another video that can follow the guideline. So what is the planning regarding the ticket? So the ticket will be used batch by batch. So for example, you have a group, B group, C group, D group. So you will get somewhat like a webinar, something like that. But I will give 1 week prior notice. So if you have a slot for A team, you have a A ticket. Your ticket is starting with HSA. So you will be going to a certain link for a webinar for A group only. So this is for me to control the volume, because we are gonna do some online tutorials. However, the deadline for the webinar will be given after I manage some of the pending stuff that I have on my desk right now, but it will not be too long, so just wait patiently. Okay, so our whiteboard is ready and my pen is missing. Double top or double bottom can be considered as a role reversal. In some cases, but not all. So let us get to know with the chart pattern. So double wait, it's not kejap, sorry. So if some of you feel cringe about me speaking English, actually I am training. I am in a middle of a training to get good with English, because I want to open or continue. It's actually already been done. Let me show you. Give me a moment. Okay, so if you can see here, shadow course price action is my English YouTube channel. But there is only one video, because I said a year ago, I said on 2023, I said that I will be teaching in English, but it had been delay from days to days turns to weeks turns to months, and currently already a year, nothing happened. So I need to get good with my English. So if some of you feel cringe, I'm very sorry. So if nothing can be done about it. So you just need to accept that I will be speaking in English, even though the English was not that fine, but I will get good. Okay, so double top, and double bottom. So this is actually a chart pattern, and if you're asking about a role reversal is somewhat like this. You have a support, and the role of the support change to resistance after a breakout. This is a role reversal where support turn to resistance, and if resistance got broken, this resistance after a breakout become a support. So this is a role reversal phenomena in the market, where a support being broken, it will become a resistance level. It will reverse the role of a support into a resistance. But when you are asking about a double top and double bottom, is actually a chart pattern. So chart pattern is somewhat like a pattern that happen repetitively in the market, and you can recognize it. For example, like this in the past, this happened in the past. This, for example, is a double bottom. So something like this happened in the past, and currently in the future, or or at the moment, you are seeing something like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So for double bottom, you can see this 1, 2, 3, 4. This 4 point that are been made previously is called a double bottom, where it will make a 3 point, 1, 2, 3, before it goes to point 4, making a rise after a 1, 2, 3. Okay, so at the moment you currently seeing the double bottom happening before your eyes, before it's complete its 4th point. So you see 1, 2, 3. So at this point 3, you are anticipating for price to make a rise, like previously you saw in the past. So you make a position buy, and then price rises. So this is what the uses of a chart pattern. Before we start any further, I need to do a little disclaimer. Trading is very high risk. Past performance is not a guaranteed for a future outcome, so you need to ask a certified financial advisor before doing anything stupid. Okay, so currently I am a trader that had been trading for 10 years in the forex market. So what I am giving you today is only general information regarding the market from my experience. So for your information, I am not a certified financial advisor. So before you do anything regarding investment or trading, make sure you have consult a certified financial advisor. Let's carry on. Okay, so how can a double top become a little bit of a role reversal? So double top, we will only learn double top because it's actually the same thing. For double bottom, you just need to flip your screen. So double top, actually there are a few types. So maybe I can share you the basic two. Not basic, I think I need to show you the configuration. Okay, so for double top, it consists of 2 parts. It's actually not a 2 part. Maybe it's a 2 part things. So this one is the head, and this one is the somewhat like a body, and this body needs to make a reversal. What do you call sifat in English? Reversal. Reversal behavior. How do you know something is a reversal behavior? Reversal behavior is like this: price go rally and it drop. It reverse the movement. So what is a continuation behavior? Price go rally and another rally. That is a continuation. But currently for the body, for a double top, it need to have a reversal behavior. So we have a rise and a drop, or a rally and a drop. So at the pinnacle of this this transition from rally to drop, you get a head, and this head comes in two general form. One we call as an Adam head, and another one is an Eve head. So how does it look? For Adam head it's like this, and for Eve it becomes something like this, like a mini double top. Don't ask me why. It is just like that. Okay, so so from these two we can have double top from this manner, where we have two Adam, and this is a normal double top that we usually get when looking in the Google, you know, something like that. I will stop using something like that. It's very sound Asian. It's not a good English, but you get the point. You need two Adam to make a basic double top, and usually you will sell at the second top. And for the Eve, you get something like this. Okay, so this is an Eve head, and the most basic one is Eve and Adam, where Eve and Adam meet here, and then price drop. So the best one will be Eve and Adam, because this create a little role reversal, where price can react to. And somewhat for Adam, this one is quite risky, because first price make a resistance, and the second one you need to know this level can hold, because sometimes price will just break. But for Eve setup, you get a role reversal. First, you get a RR, a resistance that had been pushed, or a resistance that had an ability to create another resistance, and this resistance is strong enough to break a near support. And when it come back here, price should have enough reason to create a little pullback, or if it's want to go further, it need to break the neckline and create a further drop, something like that. So you get a double top and a roll reversal. Roll reversal is not necessarily a double top, but roll reversal can exist within a double top setup, and a double top and double bottom is a chart pattern, while a roll reversal is a phenomena where support turn to resistance. Teacher, if price hit zone on daily, we must wait on a break price range on H1, or is there something we should consider? Hit zone on daily. Okay, for example, we have a daily zone. This is only an example. Okay, for example, price reach this daily zone. Okay, for example, we have a rally base drop, and price did reach here. So how do we trade this? Need to break price range H1. So if you are going to a lower time frame, for example on H1, you need a structure breaker somewhere inside here to trade this. On a higher time frame, it did come to a supply zone, but on a lower scale, price is still moving for uptrend. So you need to always prioritize the current trend, because this supply zone can also be broken. So just follow the current range. For example, Okay, so you have the current range is over here. So you can see this is a whipsaw engulfing setup right here. Can still have a potential to go up, but we need to still we still need to consider if price really did respect the supply zone. So what we need to do is for price to do something like this. Price need to do something like this. It need to create a trend in the lower time frame for you to have a short signal. Okay, but this is not an investment advice. This is just the things that can happen. And price can also respect this whipsaw engulfing and keep going up. So that is the nature of financial market. There is nothing certain about it. You just need to react for how price develop. How to know if price don't have enough time to retrace to mid level before going in the direction? This question is quite advanced, but we can also discuss it maybe in here. For example, price. How do I explain this without exposing too much? Because some of the students that learn from me have had do a lot of sacrifice to learn this question, so I need to carefully explain without hurting other people's feelings. How to know you don't have enough time? I can only give you a metaphor, only a metaphor, an example of a situation other than trading that you can learn. For example, you are entering a store. Maybe you are entering IKEA. Okay, so in IKEA there's a lot of route. You can go over here, you can go over here, you can go over here, but IKEA is only one route. Okay, let me show you. There is two routes in IKEA. One is for food, one is for furniture, and this is an exit. This is an exit. Okay, so you can look into the furniture also, and you will become somewhere lost in a maze in IKEA. There's a lot of room, and before the exit you can go to the food, or you can go to exit. Okay, so IKEA maybe open from 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. to 11, close at 11 or no 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Okay, so it will close on 10 p.m. So what is not your name? Hisham. So Hisham, you go into IKEA, you look at this furniture. Wow, so great. Wow, look very good, nice, great, amazing. Wow, damn. And then you spend your whole day inside this furniture main thing, and currently you are over here. This is you at 9:45 p.m. You have two exit. One is for food and then exit. One is exit. So you have only a few minutes left to check out. You have a few minutes left to check out. So you have two options, right or left, food or cashier. Check out. In this situation, for example, you have Don Kram. Okay, over here Don Kram. We have some of our friend in the comment section. His name is Don Kram. Don Kram, you see this situation. You see Hisham. At this moment, you can definitely say that if Hisham want to go to food, he cannot finish his purchase. So Hisham would likely to go to exit. But even though the situation and the timing had pushed Hisham to go to the exit, Hisham might be only window shopping, so he drop his bag and go to the food section. There is a lot of possibility in the financial market, also in the real life situation. So this is an example for you to see whether price have enough time to go to the mid level or mid range. The mid range, you can look into it like the food stall in the IKEA section. So I hope you understand. The hardest thing when we are on our way to success is the quality of us getting back up after every single setback. Is it right, sir? What about you when you are struggling before? I have a lot of setback during the time that I am struggling, but the thing is, I am not doing it for myself. I am doing it for my loved one. During the time that I want to be successful in trading, because I want to take care of my mother, I want to be a provider for other people. It's not for me, it's not for the GTR, it's not for the Lamborghini, it's just for the people that I love. I just want to stay right beside them and want to give them something that only money can buy, like medicine, good healthcare, food, travel, and such. I almost said something like that, but I managed to escape that loop. So with that mindset, you are doing it for someone else. If you cannot achieve it, why do you need to be sad? You just try. You do not need to reward. You do not need to see the reward. For example, if I have made a profit about $10, I can already purchase something for my mom, like a fish or a loaf of bread, and many more. $10 in Malaysia is quite huge. It's 50 ringgit. You can buy a lot of stuff with $10. So my goal is very, very small. I just want to make the people that I love happy, and I want to be able financially to not be working and leave my loved one behind. So my goal is quite simple, but by doing this thing over and over and over again, I get good, and my target become larger. My take profit become larger, my skills become better. So when you do the same thing over and over again, and you are repeating the success loop, you have a little success, and that little success accumulate into a bigger success, then you cannot avoid to be successful. Something like that. How to, I will stop using something like that. But you get the point. You get the point. So if you are doing it for something monetary for yourself, when you did not have it or you did not achieve it in a short time, you might be sad. But if you're doing it for your loved one, you should be okay. Because why you don't, what is the reason for you to give up when your loved one is still there? You just need to push harder. That's all. And then when you have enough money, buy the Lamborghini. Can you show me other types of rejection other than rejection? Example, if price in zone, what should I see other than rejection? To know the price giving me signal to go in the direction that I mark. Rejection is a rejection. It's very simple. You do not need to complicate things. You get a level, you get a price going up and going in and going out. It's going in and it's going out. This is a rejection. So inside the rejection, in the lower time frame, you can see pattern and everything like that. But if you are in cooperating with rejection with pattern, you make your trading system becoming complicated. You need to be able to make profit with rejection alone. You need to be able to make profit with this before you looking at this, because if you understand rejection really good, you actually do not need to find pattern and anything. You just need to know a certain things or behavior within the rejection, like how long or what did it react, how it react, how long does it takes, how long does price stay in the zone or stay in the level before it reject. Is it fast or is it slow? You need to record everything regarding the rejection and need to see by yourself, or need to see with your own eyes to see this setup better. Because I can teach you, but if you just follow my guideline, you will not learn everything, because time is so short for me to teach everything. It's so hard when you delete your video. I'm so struggling to remember back what I learned from your. I don't know where to refer. You can go over here. There's still some video that I filter that actually this is not a good video, but I still store it in a channel because of high demand. So you can go over here. This channel will be closed this week. So if you miss the opportunity, you will miss it forever. You will not get the chance anymore. You can click at the link that I have given in the comment section. So after this week, you will not be able to join. And inside the channel, the video will be deleted also. So currently you still have time. So use the time wisely to watch the video that you need. That's it. Please explain about shadow base, how to market and use it when there is no base. So usually shadow base is something like this. You have a base like this. Okay, so the transition when you did not have a different color candle that you need to draw a base, but you only have a shadow like this. So this shadow is enough to be marked as a shadow base. But does every base can be used as a shadow base? No, shadow base is only it can only be used when we need it on when we need it only. For example, the time that we need is something like this, when there is no base around. For example, you can see over here. Hey, let me screenshot this. Okay, you can see after this drop, price make after this drop, after this bearish candle, price make a drop up to this level before going up. So what did push this price to go up? If we see right here, this is a rally, base rally. It did not react with the price. Price did not reach here. So what did push price to go up to here? So if we can see in a shadow base like I draw earlier, we can see this point, and this point can be our shadow base, and we can mark it, mark the line like this, and this has become our shadow base. But how do we use something that already happened? So I usually use shadow base as a reference point for a second touch. For example, like this. Okay, so it already touch here, and then it reject. So usually I will buy somewhere inside here in a lower time frame. And another thing is I look for a break. So for example, price did break over here. I will look into two things. One is the FTR that caused the break, and another one is something that price can react to after the break. So if this break really did happen, where can I trade for an opportunity of a break of a support that already been broken? It's very hard for me to explain in English. I am thinking in my head what kind of word I can use, but I hope you understand. Price need to make this zigzag pattern, and after a break I need a retest, and this retest happen at this base, and I can get a trade over here, and price goes down. And this shadow base I will be using as a not an FTR base. It's actually a base that needed for FTR to happen, a base break base. Okay, so if FTR is the base that break the base, what is the base? The shadow base. I hope you understand. So I use the shadow base as a reference point for an FTR to happen. From breakout, where is the confirmation that is the real breakout and continue to movement instead of a fake out? There is no confirmation in the financial market. There's only a probability. So if you want a higher chance for a breakout to really follow the direction, you just need to follow the trend. Make sure the breakout is following the trend. You should be good, and just make sure there's nothing confirmed in the financial market. It's all about probability. So you might get a huge chance or a risky setup. So avoid the risky one, so just follow the trend. So your breakout always follow the direction. please answer this question. How can I become your student? I really want to be good at trading like you. So currently I am not taking any student, not until 2030. Another 5 years. So currently I am still my academy, my Shadow Code Academy 2025 just started this April, and they will be finished their syllabus another 2 years, and after that they need some training, and maybe after that I can open another batch, but that is not a promise because 5 more years. I'm already in my late 30, so I do not know if I can live long enough to teach you. I know some of you think that 30 years old is still young, but for me, everything is mid-range. Everything got a range. For example, we have a 0. This is our life from 0, and 60 is the average life of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam people. So for people that are living currently, a lot of people die at 60. Very rare cases for people to live up to 100 or beyond. So if we take the mid-range, is a 30. So currently this is me. My age is 32, 31, something like that. So after I finish the current academy, my life already 35, and I hope to die at 40 because this is upper quartile upper quartile range for my life, because I am not thinking of going to 60, because at 60 I will be very weak, very fragile, might be in a hospital. So I do not want to see or get a chance to live too long, because I do not want to experience a lot of sickness, a lot of illness. To die at 40 is like dying in my prime. So it's like that. I hope you understand. It's very hard for me to be philosophical while trying to speak in English, but I am a very philosophical person. I love philosophy and I love death and I welcome death, but to explain in English is very hard for me. So my target is to die around 40. My target. Because I look into the average, people will die at 60 years old. So I do not have enough time for me to take a new student. So you can find someone else. What can you tell about sequence in trading? Sequence is very important. If you want to pray, if you are a Muslim, when you pray, you have a sequence in prayers. You need to make takbir, or you need to make a wudu. You need to clean yourself before you go to prayers. And the prayers also have a sequence you need to follow. For me, in trading, it also have a certain sequence that you need to follow. What is the sequence? First, you need to open your computer, and then you need to connect to the internet, and then you need to open your MT4, and then you need to know what is your trading SOP, and you need to follow the sequence. If there is something wrong with the sequence, or the sequence does not match, that means that the setup that currently happened is not your setup and not your sequence to trade. So sequence is very important. You need to have your own sequence that work really well with your trading system. Cikgu, which time frame is best to find key level? Is it daily? I'm not sure about the term key level. If you are looking for something that have a significant value to push price, I hope you clean your mind, clean yourself from this this concept of a key level that have the ability to push price. You need to respect all the level in the chart, and when price at the level and price react to the level, that is the key level, a key level that you are looking to. If a price, the current price, not the previous one, the previous one can do whatever you want, but we want to focus on the current price. So when the current price did react to a level, you need to respect the level and see either the level is worthy enough for you to take the trade. It can be on the daily time frame, it can be on the hourly chart, and it can also be on the M1 chart. As long as there is a reaction toward a level, that level is significant enough for you to look into. Okay. What is the difference between a pennant and the triangle chart pattern? What is a triangle chart pattern? What is a triangle chart pattern? You got triangle like this. You got triangle like this. Actually, it's not a triangle chart pattern. I think you are referring to a channel. Channel comes in two manners, which is narrowing and a broadening. I think, I'm not sure is this a correct pronunciation is a correct spelling. I'm not sure. You can check with ChatGPT or at Google or YouTube. A lot of people are teaching about channel, so you can look into that. So in a narrowing channel, price making a high channel and a low channel in a form where it's become narrow. So when it become narrow, price will most likely to break up or break down. I make a down break here. Wait. It's either gonna break the high channel or the low channel. For a broadening channel, price from a normal channel is become bigger. It's breaking the low channel and the high channel, creating a broadening channel. So this broadening channel will usually side with how to put it in word. It's like a magnet. Price, for example, if it's going down here, and if it's already break like 75% or 50% from this broadening channel, usually price will maintain in this side of a channel. But if it's break out here, it will usually be playing at the high channel. Something like that. It's very hard for me to explain in English, but this broadening channel, it will get so big that it will become irrelevant for price to keep on respecting this bigger channel. So at the end of the day, price need to decide whether you want to respect the high channel or it are moving toward the low channel of this broadening channel. So this broadening channel will create a few setup within this channel that will give you signals whether it want to stay at the high channel or at the low channel. So for a pennant, it's a different thing than for a pennant is different thing. A pennant is a chart pattern revolve from the flat pattern. So it needs a few criteria, which is you need a pole, a down momentum movement is very sharp movement from up move or down move is either ways is either what is the correct word for me to use? You can have the pole either from above or from below. As long as it is a pole, it create some sort of a flat channel, flat pattern, and the flat itself need to be a narrowing channel, and it get a second pole. And usually your entry is in this narrowing channel. So in this narrowing channel, because you have a pole, this narrowing channel, if it just formed by itself like a finishing triangle, for finishing triangle you have something like this. Okay, so for a finishing triangle, you do not know whether price gonna go down or go up. But in a pennant formation, you already have a momentum pole. You just need to wait for price to make a little bit of break, and you can follow the second pole direction. So that is the difference between the two. For a narrowing and broadening channel, it is a channel, while a pennant need to have a pole. It's very tiring for me to speak in English. I need to think in Malay, translate to English, and pronounce the same thing that I have been thinking. But sometimes we say something that different from what we think. How can I be your student? Cannot. It's very hard to understand English language, I know, but you need to thank the Malaysian government for pushing me to speak in English. Actually, Hanzo is quite famous internationally before I am teaching Malaysian or in Bahasa. But back then I only write. I like a keyboard warrior, a trader that sit behind the desk that always ridicule people online. And then I have made a name for myself globally, and then I run away to Malaysia. Because I do not want people to DM me asking me to teach them or anything. I feel very uncomfortable for people to always ask me. I want to learn. And then with this recent issue, finally I need to go back globally. So you need to accept that Hanzo initially was never a speak in Bahasa doing his trading stuff. He always with the global community. But recently from PKP, he been doing this YouTube channel speaking in Malay. But actually he can write in English good, but speaking is a different thing. It's a different level. It's very hard. I think if you find my name, you can see a lot of my webinar previously is in English. One of my international students did leak my previous webinar, and I did speak in English. It's a very old video. I think it's before the pandemic. So I have been well known internationally for a very long time, not quite a long time. It's very hard for me to speak in English. Let's focus on trading stuff so I can get good. Very clear. Can you make it public for video indicator for naked chart trader? I need to check whether the video is eligible to be shared or not. I will get back to you later. So can you explain balancing as price action? I'm not sure the term balancing, but actually I think if you want to know about candle blending, it's the same thing as a rejection. So you just need to learn about rejection for price action. It's very simple. You get a level, you wait price to reject. That is the stuff that you want to look into. So you can look how the price reject. How is like when price reject, does it come back into does it return back to the level, or it just reject and stay underneath the level, or is it come back? So that is the behavior of the rejection that you need to follow or monitor to see whether a rejection is good or not. But this method or the science behind this rejection thing, you need to see it by yourself to understand. I can teach you a few formation, but because of a certain thing, it can change entirely the things that price want to tell you. Salam teacher, aku salam. Am I still being in a slot phase? I know the direction, but I still lack of good entries. Always float around 30-50 pips before price going into my direction, 100 pips. Okay, always float around 30-50 pips is good. You just name. If you think 30 to 50 pips is big of a zone, actually it's not. It's good. If you have a zone below 100 pips, it's good. You just need to change your lot size and manage your money management really well, and you will see some positive result. Don't chase a quick success. Just make sure you give yourself time to learn. I hope you understand. I am a very philosophical guy, but when I need to speak in English, it become very hard for me. It become like a torture. And so I hope you understand with a little bit of light that I am giving you. So your big Y is family? Yes, that is my big Y, and currently there is nothing that I cannot buy for my family, and my mom, her wants is very very little. She do not want luxury things. She just like to eat. Because we are coming from a poor family, there's a lot of things that we cannot get when we was poor. Sometimes we just want to eat a certain fruit like mangoes. Mangoes for me is a rich people fruit. So I buy my mom a lot of mangoes, and she already happy. I'm also happy with mangoes. And strawberries is also a rich people food, so I can buy it. It's not that expensive. And my wife is already a rich woman, so she do not need a lot of stuff. And my kids I teach them to live a very humble life. So money was not an issue because the wants is very cheap. I do not set my wants as a luxury stuff or sport cars. If I have the money, I just buy. I do not set it as a goal. If I have the money, I just buy. It's something just like that. So the big why is the family, and my family is happy. So when there is no war to fight, what is the purpose of a warrior without a war? I know there is a saying that it is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in war. You need to be always ready for upcoming circumstances that might not be favorable for you. So you just need to be ready. But when you are already a warrior in war, transitioning to become a gardener is very it is a very horrible feeling where you can no longer hustle. I try to find other business to get joy of reaching success, but it is not the same feeling when you have nothing and success is your only way. When you already have everything, then why do you need to chase success? For example, people ask me, Hanzo, have you been actively trading? I said no, I am a passive trader. Position trade, one position, 3 months hold, 1 year. After I will close the position. It's a very passive style of trading. I am not an active trader. But if I look into it, why do I need to push further in trading? Because I already have everything that I need. If you are trading, you are thinking of making money. But if you already have money, why do you need more money? Is something that hit me very hard when money can no longer make me happy. So if you heard about the rich people say that money cannot buy happiness, this was said by rich people because they already experienced that the best feeling that you get is when you do not have money and you are making money. But if you already have money and you try to make money to have fun, you will not have the same fun. Some people say that you can go travel, you can go buy sport cars. The ones will never end. If you go to that route, you will be wanting more. You will for example, you buy a Lamborghini and your friend buy the latest one, so you also want the latest one, and then you are try to compete with your friend. You need to collect more cars, and you need to be the best, be the most powerful person in the room, the richest one. The battle will not end, and you will not only become more financially unstable from your action, you also sacrificing your freedom and the things that you have built for years, and you will become more depressed. For me, just by not doing anything is also I do not know how to put it in words, but I hope you understand. As I can see, the trend make a new low, break previous low but not create new high yet. But the trend go down continuously and make previous low. Respect the low. Pre-trace going up. Is it criteria of market change or just a correction? Let us draw your question. so we can see better, learn better. Okay, trend make a new low. Okay, so trend make a new low, break previous low but not create new high. Okay, not create new high, but the price keeps going down, keeps going down until meet previous low, maybe somewhere around here, previous low here, and price just go down here. Okay, and respect the low, retrace going out. Okay, retrace going up. Is it a criteria of market change? Yes. If price move too much, this is what we call as a mark down. So in market structure, we can look into market structure in two different way. Market structure in two different way. One as a wave, one as a phase. So this type of a markdown is a phase, which I cannot teach you because this is a syllabus that I did not include in the siri belajar. So you need to learn first before you ask too many questions that is unrelated and just create a little bit of not a little bit, you will create more confusion because you do not have the basis or the basic knowledge necessary for us to discuss about market phase. So you cannot learn this because I did not teach you. But this is a criteria for market change. Yes, price are making a markdown and price will consolidate here, and you can try trading this resistance for it to continue doing a markdown phase. Okay. Just a correction, something like that. What conclusion from shopping IKEA example just now? The conclusion, if the store want to close, you need to go to the exit. You cannot go window shopping or to the food court anymore. You just need to exit. That is the question regarding how to know if price already expired. You know, price cannot go further. You do not have enough time for it to go to a level. I'm using the IKEA as an example. If IKEA is closing down, it already closed for the day, you cannot window shopping anymore. You just need to go to the exit. You do not have time anymore to go window shopping. Where did I buy the Robert Greene collection? So I look at Shopee. A lot of version, concise, with history. So I bought the Robert Greene books from QnA. I think I pronounce it right. It's a bookstore in Suria KLCC in Petronas Twin Tower. So you can look. I think it's at level 3. It's near Petro Science. So you just go into Suria KLCC and you look into QnA. It's very hard to pronounce. QnA, something like that. Let me check. We have Google here. QnA, Suria KLCC. Over here, Kinokuniya, Malaysia, Suria KLCC. So I bought the book here. Over here there's a lot of book, popular best-selling book. You can search at Kinokuniya. There's a lot of collection there. Congrats to you for having the time to invest in yourself in reading books. What do you mean by time analysis? Is that video really important? Is time analysis is just SOP where you want to what you want to do when you open the chart is not really important if you are already good at trading. If you understand the basics, actually the same thing. You open the chart, you look at the weekly time frame, you look at the H1 time frame, you look for buyers, and then you look at impactful pattern. You look for chart pattern that you can recognize and trade, and then later you look at the momentum, how price react. Either it go very volatile, or is it quite slow, forming a consolidation or a sideways, or is it in a trend? And lastly, the engulfing is actually a price action where if you blend engulfing candle, you get a rejection. So actually, if you follow me long enough, you know that time analysis is just an SOP that make easier for you to understand the flow. But if you already trading long enough, you actually already been doing the time analysis. Why not realizing it? From my experience, the longer the price ranging in a zone, high possibility for the zone to break is true, or I missed something. If price ranging in a zone can break, it also can happen. The probability, you need to have data. You need to have a trading journal that can prove the things that you said, because sometimes price can respect even though with a high consolidation, and sometimes it do breaks. Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. Some of you did learn that. So currently we already become an Englishman or not? Hafiz Tech, we need to learn English. Actually, Malaysia language is a lingua franca. It's a well-known international language. Why did Malaysia language? You know the Malacca Straits. If you learn about bahasa Melayu, you will learn that long ago it was an international language used by many people, and suddenly it changed to English. I do not know why, but we just need to follow the flow of the current market. Actually, I can speak in Malay, but you know how the government lately, so I just need to play it safe. Or I can still stop the live stream and just do my things. I already take a leave for 2 weeks. I can take a leave longer if you want. So no English, no Malay. You have a great mindset. I also don't want to live longer, but I realize that I have many sins. But if you live longer, you will make more sins. But if you know that you're gonna die soon, you will stop doing sins. Am I right? Why do you want to live longer? To make more sins? But if we live longer, we can give a lot to the community, to the people. But you will also sins. A few years ago, I never hoped for me to become rich. I just want to die. I want God to take my life when I had nothing. So if I go through the judgment day, I do not need to bring all my possession, the things that I buy, the things that I possess, the money that I have. There's a lot of things that I need to carry to the judgment day right now. But there was a time that I carry none. I have zero money in the bank account. I have no obligation. If my life was taken at that moment, it should be better than now. So if you live longer, you will be having a lot of money, and that money is not yours entirely. You need to manage it. So good luck. It's very hard to be philosophical while speaking in a second language. It's very hard. Second, you use English when explaining about trading, but use bahasa when give advice, motivation. Then we will be having dui bahasa or dual language, which will make my goal to be able to speak English fluently further away. It will become further away. Explain market sequence. Is it chart pattern or what? Market sequence is a sequence. When you say chart pattern, what is a chart pattern? Chart pattern is also a sequence. Chart pattern is a sequence. What is a sequence for a chart pattern? For example, a whipsaw engulfing. A whipsaw engulfing. So for a whipsaw engulfing, it need to have a few things, a few components, which is the whipsaw plus the fake out plus the engulf, and it will become a whipsaw engulfing. The sequence should be 1, 2, 3. Whipsaw, fake out, engulf. Can it be with 2, 1, 3, which is a fake out plus a whipsaw plus an engulfing? Then it will become a different thing. If this thing we equal to we combine it, it become a whipsaw engulfing. Let's see, a whipsaw, a fake out, an engulf, and then you get a retrace, and then you get an entry. This is a whipsaw engulfing with the same movement. While twitching or switching a few things or a few sequence, we will get a drop base drop. By changing the sequence, you will get different things. So market sequence is actually how you combine the puzzle, how the price form, what is the sequence. So for example, you see that price are making a whipsaw, and then price are making a fake out. In your head, you can already predict that number 3 gonna happen. So from here, some people can already sell within the sequence, because you can already anticipate what gonna happen next, because you understand the sequence. So for this one, you have this one, and then you have a whipsaw. When you have this formation, you know this is a formation for a drop base drop. So you can also sell, and then price drop, you get a drop base drop, and then when price drop, you know the next sequence would be a retrace. So you close to your position, you wait over here, and then you sell again. If you understand the sequence, you will know what will happen next. So market sequence is what will happen next based on what happened before. That is a sequence. I'm currently trading in a demo account. How to know when I will be ready to move into Send account? In your experience, how long it took you? I only self-learn from your video. I think I can share you a few stuff. Alright. Okay, so this is homework that was given by me to my student. So they need to do this kind of thing continuously. They need to trade price movement, price to price, movement to movement, movement to movement. Every price turning point, they need to capture the movement. Okay, and then they need to record the result from the trade. So for example, this one is a point by point, so they are using risk reward ratio of 1:1, exceeding 1:1. Anything is exceeding is good. So you need to do this until you get a decent result or a consistent result. For this example, my students are using a 10 phase setup or a 10 trade, which means you need to have a trade with SL and with a take profit level, and then you need to look how price react, and you need to calculate what happened. You need to record everything for you to know whether you are ready to make a deposit or not. So if you are still losing in the market and you see that you cannot get a good win rate and a good risk and reward ratio, so you still are not ready to make a deposit. You still need to practice in a demo account until you get good, or until you get a consistent result. Not just do one cycle of a 10 phase setup. You need to do 100 or maybe 1,000 for you to get a consistent result. So for one project or one pair, you make 10 trades along, before you hit your SL or TP. You cannot proceed to the next setup. You need to trade by trade. You open the trade. After that trade is closed, then you can make a new trade. So you need to follow your trade and journal it and record everything. Look whether you are consistent enough or not. It's not because of the demo account you are better. It's because you did not record. You only celebrate the wins, but you forget the losses. But if you record, you can see the losses in a big picture. So if you can reduce the losses, you should be good. But make sure the data is strong enough. Maybe you need 100 or 200 trades or 1,000 trades for you to get a good picture of your a level right now. How Jesse Livermore trade when at the time there is no trading platform like MT4? I'm not Jesse Livermore. He trade at the exchange. Maybe I'm not sure. MT4 is just a platform. You can, as long as you can get your money into the market, you can trade. You can trade forex at the exchanger in your supermarket. You can trade forex there, or you can buy multiple currency account using your trusted banks. For me, I'm using my bank. I have a multiple currency account, so I can trade forex there also. So you can find ways for you to secure a currency, and when the currency value has risen, you can sell it back. You can find ways. MT4 is just a tool. Technology, the technology we have previously. If you want to watch a movie, we need to go to the cinema. Right now we have Netflix, and we can play game. Previously, we want to play game, we need a computer to play games. Now you can play PUBG. You can play online game using phone. We are living in a different era. We are living in a different era than Jesse Livermore. So if you want to trade like Jesse Livermore, you can go classic, but you have technology in your hand. Why use Nokia? Sorry for the bad English. Why you look so tired? Because I need to think in Malay, speak in English. I need to read your question, answer in Malay, translate to English, pronounce the things that I want to say. Sometimes it come out different. How to apply pick candle in chart? Just focus one time frame. Can? Yes, also can. Tonight English session is better than Melayu session. No metaphor, very straightforward. It's very nice. Yes, because I need to conserve my RAM, random access memory in my head. For me to translate everything, I cannot make silly jokes. I cannot move too far away because I need to be very focused with the things that I want to answer. I need to, if I want to make stupid jokes, I need to think further. I need to translate the jokes, and after I translate the jokes no longer funny. So it's better for me to just focus on the main topic regarding trading. Beside you, who else that could fully understood and learn from foreign? Anyone. It can be you, Amirul. It can be you. As long as you are willing to learn the forum, I think there's no stopping you from fully understood the concept what Red has teach in his forum. Si belajar 2.0, where on tak on. It always in my mind for me to make the video, but I have a lot of stuff that always meddling with my schedule. There's always people want to mingle with my time that had kept me away from my trading station. This is my trading station, this is my working station. But recently there's a lot of people want to take some of my time to help with their issue, and the people that are approaching me is a friend, a friend. I have a very small circle and very few friends, and it give a little, like peer pressure, something like that. So I need to attend to some of the issue that my friend are struggling with, because I have the power to help them, and they know it. So if I just stay silent, wouldn't it make me a selfish friend? Something like that. But I always want to finish the series belajar. I want to record. I already have the content I want to speak, or I want to make for the video. I want to, the first episode will be like, what is forex trading, and how does it differ from gambling? Because some people are confusing trading with gambling. I know some of the gurus out there are teaching people to gamble in the financial market, but that is not the way to do it. So I am doing a video to clarify about that as a first episode, but I did not find any time to start record the video. But for live stream, it's very easy. You just start the video and just answer your question. It's quite simple. But for doing a video pre-recorded, editing and such is quite time consuming, so I need to find time. Market structure, do we mark the market structure from shadow to body, or from shadow or from body? For SNR, peak and valley, need to mark from body to shadow. You just need to focus on the body. It will give a lot of solution for your headaches. Just follow the body. The body is more clear, less noise. How price reject? Does the momentum strong? Does it weak? What did it reject? Why did it reject? Don't ask me. You need to look into it. You need to look how price react. So the process of harvesting the fruit is sweeter than having the fruit itself. Yes, because if you harvesting the fruit, you will be busy using your time to harvest the fruit. But when you eat the fruit, you just need a few minutes to eat the fruit. And after you eat the fruit, what's next? I'm good. I am just suffering from speaking too much English. When you're already successful, you become depressed like One Punch Man. It's something somehow like that. What happens when you grow strong enough until you have no equals, no enemies? What happens when you are too successful and you get so rich that there is nothing that you want to buy? I know that there are people that are having more money than me, but my wants is very few. I do not want to be the biggest, the strongest, the wealthiest people in the room. It's enough for me to have a car, to have a home, to have a good family. It's a good life for me. I'm not the kind of people that want to become a car collector or having a lot of sport car. I do have a few, but it just for me to realize that this is just temporary. It does not fill the actual void in my heart. No. You have the money, you buy some stuff, you get fun with it, maybe a few weeks, and then you already feel empty. You need to buy another one, You just feeling the emptiness in your heart temporarily, and you will reach at one moment where you can no longer buy because the things that you want to buy is too expensive. For example, you are very rich, you buy a Lamborghini, you buy a Ferrari, you buy a lot of sport cars, but when you want to buy a Pagani, when you want to buy a Bugatti, that's a different story. You will shit your pants because you do not have that much money. And then you think about the tax and the things that you know that there are people that are richer than you. You know that your money has a limit. There are things that you still cannot buy, and you will become unsatisfied, and at the end you become depression with no money, and with unsatisfaction in your heart. I already analyzed the end goal, not the end goal, the outcome if I keep on buying things to feel something in my heart. So I put a stop in that, and I just buy the things that I need. Sometimes I do buy things that to fill the void, but just temporarily, just for a moment. But if you keep going toward that route, you will find a very depressed ending. And I already lay out the outcome, and I do not think that it's a good way to proceed with life. And what is the best way? I am still looking into it. The best way, the best outcome that I can think of is death, because it's the only final answer for me to have peace. Because in this world, you cannot have everything you want, and with death, you can get the only thing that you need. You will not need to work anymore. You do not need to know whether you are able to buy a Pagani or a Bugatti. You just need to die. Sit there in the darkness and then just die. Something like that, if you understand. I want to be philosophical, but there's some word that I cannot translate to English. I do not know how to put it in word, but for me, death is like a very, it's very expensive, which you need to give everything voluntarily or forcefully. You cannot stop death, and you will get death soon. But for me, death is like a conclusion for a story. Every good writer write a book or write a story, how it start, how the main character evolve into somewhat successful person. So my story is something like that. I write my own story, so no, I'm the one that write my story, is God. So how I want to live my life is like I am a storyteller, want to know how my life will end. Have you ever been reading a very good story? For example, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. It's very good story about a guy named Tanjiro got his family slaughtered, come from a very poor family, and then with the flashback, he become a good swordsman, then fight the demons, and then after the war ends, the conclusion is the end is just like that. We are very entertained following his story, how he become stronger, how he defeat the demon, and we in our heart, when we are following the story, we want the story to end. We want him to go to the final boss, to be at the pinnacle of his goal. But after he managed to defeat the demon king, what's next? Does the story end just like that? The author of the story tried to make that the story continues with his grandson and great grandson to a modern world. But after that, it left us very empty. We like the process, but we do not like the ending. So I am anticipating death as an ending of a good story. You saw me if you follow me long enough, you know I am coming from a poor family, and then learn trading, get very good, and become successful. And then what's next? I just die like that? No, I want to be something bigger. I want to do something that me becoming rich is not the climax. It's just a preparation for the climax. What I need to do is gather as much wealth and then throw it away. If you want my wealth, I put it there, one piece. Sure. So I'm very sorry because I do stupid jokes. Let us proceed. Feel like a teacher understand what I'm trying to say. It's very difficult to try speak in English. Anyway, thank you. Welcome. What is the cost of a breakout? If you have the cost of the breakout, it's very simple. You have a support, you have a resistance. If it's currently in a downtrend, how does a downtrend happen without create a breakout? A breakout is necessary in a downtrend or an uptrend. So that breakout happen because price want to go toward the direction. It's very simple answer. You think that I am just giving you a general information, but this general information is so simple, so precise that people think there are secrets that people are not telling you. Actually, the secrets, or not the secret, the truth is shown to you in a plain sight. But you think it's just a general knowledge. It's not a general knowledge. It's the truth. But you are not willing to see it with your heart. Every candle movement all the same. Yes. Example movement M1 same. Yes, same. It's fractal. It's the same in all time frame. Can you teach us candle blending what you said just now? You need to ask this next week, because right now it's already 12 midnight in Malaysia. So I will just go through very fast this question. So we will see you next week, inshallah. Anything I will update you if you need to postpone to another week. It's very hard for me to translate. Just let me read in my mind. Cannot. If you don't mind, can you share about your Shopee affiliate, how to make more income on Shopee? This is my trading channel, and Shopee, I learned it from my friend. So maybe I need to ask him to teach you. But the thing is, you need to know that some people can teach, some people can only make money, and some people can do both. So if I want to recommend you to my friend, you need to be a very good student, because not everyone are passionate in teaching. Because my friend when he teach me, he just said that you do this, and just repeat that. It's like like one conversation become a learning session. It's not a very proper one. It's not like you have a dashboard not dashboard, a whiteboard, step 1, step 2. No. So if I want to recommend you, will you be a good student? Will you be a good student? Because not everyone can be a good student. Because when the student are ready, the teacher will appear. Do you have another SND video? No. About John Witches event, say, is it online? Yes, it's online. Currently the ticket will be used for offline also, but offline is very private. It's very private, very private, and the time, the location is very private and will not be in the near future, because need to wait for the current situation to cool down first. Does SNR that is in line with SND is a good precision? SNR with SND is actually SNR and SND usually located at the same place. You need to wait for the reaction at that line or that level. Yes, like Muhammad Sazrin said, you need another confirmation. H4 peak candle is different platform. For gold, close 1 hour, close 2 hour. So don't use H4. I also training talk in English by watching the Andrew Tate podcast. His English very good. So you can watch Andrew Tate. That was like Al Pacino speech. Maybe. One Punch Man on air. So let's go. Thank you everyone. So I selected a few comments that I can read, and I might skip a few that I think is very hard for me to think to reply. Sorry if I miss your important question. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining this live stream, and thank you for helping me get good with my English by answering your question. So I saw a request for me to speak in Bahasa Malaysia, maybe intervally for a few weeks. Maybe I find ways for me to speak in English in my YouTube channel that I made especially to teach in English. Let me think about it, and thank you. Please rate my English speaking this week. Please rate my public speaking. Please rate how is the webinar today, and how does my English sound? Does it sound like an Asian, or is it good for me to go globally? Rate 1 to 10. How much? How did I perform as an English speaker? From 10, how much will you give me? Thank you. See you next week, inshallah. Bye bye.